in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set 50, plant. Hey, let's get this.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this throw caught left side. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Clock now on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop? Oh, now Breida loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw it is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Block on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over first. Down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point safely through. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Always got some breathing room.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Lock now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, McFarland, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Bravo.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5. He's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check out. Wide 40. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
After the run, Luck going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defender's not.
Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Luck. And he's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Sanders. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Locke now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field and all the way home for a Broncos score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and through, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second down and 4, Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
We play to win. Let go. Check 24. Check.
On first and 10, Luck. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Breida. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
12. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 29 is the Mike.
They're going to go. It's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On first down, Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Locke. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And this one's high, but not very far. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
70, Indy.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Locke on the bootleg. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Love. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to let this. He's got a man. Complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9. Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Luck. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Sanders is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch the pass.
Hey, check right.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. As Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Locke. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. From the gun, here's Locke. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Max Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Locke going to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Luck on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Von Miller giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Throwing on third down, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Breida. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. A lot going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right and seeing nowhere to throw. He chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
You can't block me.
On first down, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This is Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, it's Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run with Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 9, Luck. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball.